Welcome to this race one here at Oulton Park, post-race press conference. Congratulations, guys. Horrific conditions it seemed to us watching on, but how was it, Josh, actually riding out there?
I actually rode quite, I feel like, too sensible race, you know what I mean? But I didn't know how far sensible to crashing was going to, what the difference was, you know? So I know just stands to reason if you have a DNF in the Showdown, it almost certainly ends your championship hopes. So I had to really consider the risk versus reward, and I didn't feel like the amount that I could ride faster by risking a bit more was going to catch the guys in front or keep anyone, you know, behind who was coming at a good speed. You know, if I did risk a little bit, it was only going to be a tenth or two per lap, and that wasn't enough. So I just had to ride a steady race. I rode as close to the limit as I felt I could, but conservative compared to, you know, an early season wet race perhaps. So yeah, I'm quite pleased to be on the podium because it's very important in this point of the championship, but disappointed that the setup we had on Friday FP1 turns out to be better for the wet than what we had just now, because you know, during Friday and Saturday's dry sessions, the bike sort of moved a little bit away from the exact setup we had on Friday FP1, and it's much better in the dry, but riding around there then in the wet, the same as this morning with warm-up, was actually more difficult than what the very first practice of the weekend was. So you know, unfortunately we know that now, but on a positive, I'm confident if it rains again in the next race, I can certainly be a little bit stronger than I was in that one.
Great solid ride, Josh. Congratulations to you and to Anvil High Yamaha, of course. And turning to Motor Rapido, Ducati and John, great to see you on the podium for the second meeting running. You seem to be able to master the conditions really well out there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we actually thought the race was going to be a dry race, so we ended up scrapping warm up this morning. So we never even went out. You know, it was quite close to the race, and I mean, you don't really want to do anything silly, but yeah, it was just a matter of riding to the conditions. You know, my biggest issue out there was visibility. You know, it was track with the spray. It got quite dirty in my visor, so I kept having to lift out and kind of wipe my visor down a bit. But yeah, I was just riding to the guys around me and to the conditions. You know, I feel bad for Linfoot, but you know, we had a good race going with it and Leon here. Well done to Leon. But most importantly, I just want to thank the Motor Rapido Ducati guys. They've, you know, they've been working hard all season. So, you know, it's nice to finally be on the podium and give them the results that they deserve and been working so hard for. And yeah, we're just, you know, as they say, I mean, I don't want to go out and ruin anyone's, you know, championship hopes. But, you know, as they say, we're going to be the Showdown spoilers, I guess. So, yeah, just trying to ride my own race and, you know, and try and finish out the season up front.
Congratulations, John. Great to see you up here. Thank you for the entertainment as well. Congratulations, Leon. Is this your most important victory of the season?
Yeah, it was difficult. I didn't expect the win. You know, kind of got gifted that with Dan going out. But, you know, the first 5 laps, I got a good start. And then, you know, pretty much everyone come past. Shaky, you know, Josh, you know, Hickman. I was kind of thinking, right, I'd take your time. You know, Silverstone with 3 DNFs. The last thing I wanted to do was throw it away. And honestly, then I felt like I got into quite a good rhythm. I managed to catch the guys who I thought who were my competition, such as the Showdown was, you know, obviously Josh and Shaky quite quick. And I thought, right, if I get through these, and that'll be enough. And at that point, it was only for a 3rd or a 4th place. But then that rhythm managed to catch up with Christian and with John. So I thought, oh, you know, that'll do a few more places. And then I got gifted the win in the end. So yeah, it was an unexpected win completely, but really didn't know how hard to push, but felt the position I was in with the championship guys behind me, it didn't really matter where I finished as long as I was in front of them.